Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. What you're looking at here is the final score from the Eagles and the Steelers. I apologize, guys. It's just a still shot. You're just going to hear me talk. I'm out of town. I'm not, in my normal environment so I can't really do the video I want to do. I still will be doing Terrible Towel Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. I probably will still be out of town. We'll see. So it may be similar to this, but in that particular video, I will talk about next week and the challenges that the Steelers have and injuries and things of that nature. This video, I want to address what just happened. All right. Now, I'm sure my buddies, I'll say, Ronick and Jive Turkey, shout out to you fellas, man. I know y'all going to enjoy this one because I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it real. As a Steelers fan, a real fan, I might add, and just remember I said a real fan. We got our butts kicked. Plain and simple. We got smoked. Okay? Plain and simple. It is no excuses because a lot of times, man, even as a Steelers fan, and I know there's other fans that do the same thing. I hate when people make all types of excuses. No, there's no excuses. Sometimes you have to look at your team for what it is and call it what it was. We got our butts kicked. Ben didn't look right. I don't know what his problem was, but Big Ben did not look comfortable against Philly. I don't know if it was Philly's defense, which they are a stout defense. I've been telling people that Philly don't look half bad so far this year. They got a pretty solid secondary. At least these guys are playing together. Carroll and McLeod and, Jenkins guy I always like. Jenkins is nice. He's a great safety back there. That front end, when you got Fletcher Cox and you got Benny Logan and these guys, they got a solid team. I was saying that. I've been telling y'all I was not sure about my Steelers team. Have I not been saying that? You play the Redskins first. They had a chance to win the game late. Kirk Cousins put up a lot of yardage, over 340 yards, right? And then you play Cincinnati. That was a pretty close game. It was rainy conditions, so you really can't measure, how things could go in the secondary. AJ Green, we did a good job on him. They did a good job on Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? So that really wasn't a game that I could take away what type of Steelers team we got. No, I've been telling y'all that. Have I not been saying that in my Terrible Towel Tuesdays? Have I not been saying this Steelers secondary is unproven? They are young. They are still in the grind of rebuilding, whether guys want to accept it or not. That is the truth. A lot of guys went out in the game. Timmons went down. Robert Golden went down. Shazier was shaken up in and out the game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happen. Eli Rogers, the starting slot guy, goes down in the game. Marcus Whedon is coming back and getting action for the first time. He's dropping touchdowns and whatnot. But plain and simple, man, even all that aside, the Eagles did their job. And everybody always wants to run into they got out-coached. And listen, man, y'all can prescribe to that if y'all want. People are always trying to put it on Tomlin, and go get another coach. Let me know who else you would prefer to coach the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look at the man's winning percentage. And for whatever reason, you feel he deserves it or doesn't, that's on you. I don't prescribe to that. Everything is not on the coaches. Now, what I will say about Philly, they coached a great game on offense. They did what they needed to do to, number one, make Carson Wentz comfortable. And number two, they played a great game plan. Dink and dunk, then they go deep. Or then they run like a off-balance run. Or then they hit you with a screen. Right? Excellent play calling by the Philadelphia Eagles. Nice play by Carson Wentz, especially on that play where he, extends the play with his feet, like they said, comparable to Big Ben, finds Darren Sproles down the sideline. That was a huge play. And like I said, man, the Eagles secondary was playing lights out today. Antonio Brown did get his, but who cares? That doesn't matter. Maybe for contract purposes, but I don't know. Something was not right with Ben, man. It's like he was forcing stuff. He was making throws that he normally doesn't make. And it could be because he was under duress. He was he was definitely under duress the whole game. There were some times when he had decent time in the pocket, but the Eagles was able to get there with their front four for the most part. And that's key, which is something we can't do. Pittsburgh seems not to be able to generate pressure. And you guys have to remember, everyone who likes to scream and say, what's wrong with Pittsburgh? You know what's wrong with Pittsburgh? It's the philosophy that we've had for X amount of years. It's starting to not work as well because you may not have the same players. You understand what I'm saying? Pittsburgh usually gets their pressure with linebackers. In the nickel package, when they roll them up on the line, that's where the pressure comes from. We're not a team that traditionally gets pressure from the interior, or from a DN, because the defense is not built that way. Now, yes, Cameron Hayward and Stephon Tuitt have the capability to do it, but you can't expect these guys to get the type of pressure that you desire on a consistent basis because they're not built that way. We get pressure from linebackers, and they're not getting there. Ironically, when you bring James Harrison in the game, I don't know if it's his experience or skill or a mix of both, he gets some pressure. But these other guys are not quite there yet. Anthony Chickillo, not quite there yet. The secondary, very young. The reason why I said before everybody start pumping their pom-poms and saying the Steelers going to be the best team, they're going to win the Super Bowl, remember, I'm the one saying pump the brakes. They have a lot to prove. And what I saw today against those Eagles showed me they still are a work in progress defensively. And the offense had a bad game. Everybody is capable of doing that. But in the same regard, I will end with this. It's just one game. It's still 2-1. We'll know. We'll know pretty soon. I always say I know what my team is around the 6th and 7th week. That's when I generally know what type of team we got. So let's see what happens, man. Stop overreacting. Stop trying to fire all the coaches and all that, and look at the game and realize exactly what happened. It was some individual matchups that got exploited, and we didn't get the job done. Plain and simple. No excuses. All right, man. That's all I got on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.
Hold up. Wait. Before you go, hit that sub box. Make sure you subscribe. Come back around for more content. And don't forget to leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and I promise it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. Another announcement real quick, guys. Sim Standard Radio has now moved here to YouTube via Google Hangout. Come check us out right here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's all I got for you. Okay, bye. Go ahead, get out of here.